I'm here. But today I want to talk about being different. How did I know I was different? I learned I was different when I was really young. The year I really learned I was different was like 3rd grade. Story time. But I went to school with my older sister first. My older sister went to a school in Queens, New York. 124, Queens, New York, with my older sister. Up until 3rd grade. My older sister used to protect me. She was like my bodyguard. People used to try to bother me. She would step in and she would be like, "Leave my little brother alone. Leave him alone." And I was fine. I used to always just play by myself, just chill by myself. I didn't have a lot of friends, but I was fine with that. All I did was just chill out. My school was near JFK Airport, so I used to just watch the planes. I used to play with my Hess trucks at home, and I used to just be doing my own thing all the time. 3rd grade changed everything because my older sister went to middle school when I was going to 3rd grade. The first year without my older sister. Now, I'm in the school, I'm going by myself, I'm getting on the bus by myself, I'm doing everything by myself. And now, I'm forced to be social. So now I'm being forced to be social. Now I have to talk to people, I have to do things, I can't be in my bubble by myself. People are invading my space. People are trying to talk to me. People I see in school, I'm seeing on the bus, I'm seeing going to school in the morning. I'm just there by myself. Now, for some reason, it just seemed like I was the person to pick on, to bother. People used to always bother me, used to always pick on me, and I was forced to fight. They'll be like, "We fighting after school," and I'm like, "What? Why are we fighting after school?" Because I said something, or I looked a certain way, or anything. Just be anything. Next thing you know, school is just over. I'm going to the bus, and I hear kids say, "There he go." Now I gotta circle around, I gotta fight. One thing I know about me, even today, I feel emotions really big. So once the kids started pushing me, it was on. It was fighting. And it seemed like I was fighting all the time. Every time I'm getting kicked, I'm getting suspended, I'm on detention. I'm always in trouble because I'm always getting in situations where I have to fight and defend myself because it seems like every kid had it out for me. And I wouldn't do nothing, just want to be by myself and hang by myself, and that's it. That's it. That's all I wanted to do. Just do my own thing. The kids would not let me do it. That whole year, 3rd grade, was terrible. I ended up having to do it again because I got kicked out of school, labeled as the bad kid, kicked out of school, had to go to another school and start off fresh in 3rd grade for the 2nd time. So now this time I'm at a new school. Now I'm in this new school. Don't know anybody. Closer to my school. PS 96. Now I'm there. New school. And now I got my youngest sister, the youngest one. She's in kindergarten and I'm doing 3rd grade for the 2nd time. Now I'm there. And all of a sudden everybody wants to fight me again. Just want to mind my business, do my own thing. Now I'm just tired. I'm just fighting. To the point to where I ended up getting a reputation. And guess what? I ain't have to fight no more. I beat the right people up, and that was it. But other than that, I still didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't have a lot of people that wanted to be around me, and I started really noticing that I'm by myself all the time. Now I'm trying to figure out how am I going to be by myself all the time. It's like I wanted to have friends because I seen everybody else have friends. One of the big reasons why is because a kid told me, "You don't have any friends." And I'm like, I guess I should have friends. It became something that I've been doing most of my life up until high school. It seemed like I just studied people. I watched TV shows, listened to songs. Everything I did was like me researching on how to communicate and deal with people. Also, it didn't help that I had a speech delay. I did not speak much often. I prefer to be quiet. So I'm a quiet kid. Now I'm forcing myself to try to have some sort of conversation, and nothing is working. I'm not saying the right things. Conversations are not long. I don't know what people are interested in. I don't know what kids my age are interested in. I don't know. I've kind of had an old soul. It's like I was older than what I was. But I wanted to try to have friends, and because everybody else had, it's not really the fact that I wanted to have friends. is the fact that everybody had friends, and I realized that I was different. So I'm trying to go on this road of trying to figure out how to have friends. How is this going to work? How am I going to have some sort of friends? One thing that kept people around me was, one, I can draw. I'm a very talented drawer, and I've always been an athlete. So when it came down to recess, I was always the fastest, jumped the highest, all of that stuff out of all the kids. When it came to art class, I'm very talented, could draw really good. School, I was smart, but I never was really good in class because I was terrible during test time. That's a whole nother story, because I was the sensitive kid. The things used to bother me, and I used to complain about them, and people used to brush it to the side, and I just learned to be quiet. And later do I know there's a lot of sensory issues I dealt with, but I'll talk about that another time. But that was another thing that made me realize that I was different. But as I got older and I kept playing sports and I kept drawing and doing the things that I enjoyed doing, that's all I cared about. I still didn't really care about having friends and people being around me, but I still wanted to have friends. Not because I wanted to have friends, because I wanted to do what everybody else was doing. So middle school, I remember I made myself speak. It was like, I'm going to talk this year. I decided to try to talk. And it didn't work. The girls didn't like me. Everybody only wanted to be around me when it was time for sports. And it just was a challenge, just social. Everything was just always been terrible. All the way up high school. High school, I decided I didn't care. High school, I decided to just be my own best friend and be by myself. I played basketball, was really good. Started traveling around the country, playing at different venues or different places and in front of big coaches and stuff. The thing that was different about me was I didn't hang out with other basketball players. I would play my game, it didn't separate. We'll go play a tournament out in Indiana, played on this team called the New York City Gauchos. We'll go play a tournament in Indiana or any other place, and I would play my game with, and then chill out by myself. I didn't hang out with nobody. Yet to today, I know people from basketball, but as in like friendships like everybody else, I never really hang out with people. I just be by myself. Lone wolf. Did my own thing. So a lot of these things made me feel really different, because it was like, if I felt like an alien. I felt like I was out of place. I felt like I did not belong, and I would try my hardest. It didn't matter what I did. It did not work. I remember in middle school, I was trying to talk to a girl, and I didn't know how to do it. You know what I did? I tried to memorize a song so I could use the words to speak to the girl. That didn't work. Man, I tried everything. Nothing worked. I just was like, I don't care. Once I got to high school, I was like, I don't care. Girls will like me, and I wouldn't know it. They'll come up to me and be like, you know, I always have this, I like you. I'm like, I don't know what to do with that. What am I supposed to do with that? You say you like me, what am I supposed to do with that? I don't know. I don't know. Even as an adult, I remember when I found out what parallel play was. Any relationship I've been in, whatever woman I'm with, whatever girl I'm with, they always say I don't spend time with them. Funny thing was, I always was around them. But I didn't realize, even though I'm doing my own thing and you doing your own thing, we're honestly not really spending time together. I didn't know that, because in my household, I think we all parallel played. But I would be doing my thing. I would hang around people, and I would hang around them doing my own thing and not even be involved with what they're doing. I want them to be involved with what I'm doing. It's just always been like that. Now, when it comes down to understanding that I was different, I understood I was different from elementary school, starting in 3rd grade, all the way up into adulthood. I just knew I was different, and that's what was a big deal. And I wanted to really understand, why was it that I felt like an alien and why I did not belong.